Right, they're set to go here, lined up, and they're off and racing. Maltese Cross got off to a great start for the Sky Bet. Great Voltigeur, and Christmas Day has gone alongside him as well. They're moving down the far side, bustled up then Antigua. We expect him to go on, and now he takes over, and all of a sudden he's gone up by a couple of lengths down the far side. Gallant settling in second, with Christmas Day's dark blue jacket on the outside, the pink colours of Pierre Bonnard. Maltese Cross, having broken well, has reined back, races on his outside, and looking on 2 lengths back is Superior Choice, who seems to be taking a step forward every time we see him this season, and they're moving down the back straight here at a pace of just in excess of 36 miles an hour, with Gallant out in front here. I should say Antigua out in front here. Gallant racing just on the inside in third behind Christmas Day. Antigua up by 4 lengths then. Christmas Day leading the chasing 5 behind them. Gallant on the rail on the outside then is Maltese Cross, followed then by Pierre Bonnard, just being shuffled along briefly as the runners move down then past the 7 furlong marker. And at the back, Shane Foley has got Superior Choice locked away in last place. Still Antigua with this lead of about 4 lengths as they move now past the halfway point of the contest in the Group 2 Sky Bet Great Voltigeur Stakes. Christmas Day, the Derby winner, racing in second. And then on the inside is Gallant. Maltese Cross, the Derby runner-up, Grand Prix de Paris winner in the black jacket, is next. Pierre Bonnard, who came back to form at the Curragh last time, is on the inside in the pink. There's room up there if he wants it there. Wayne Lorden, and he begins to pick up some ground on that far rail. Back on the bridle again. The race is taking shape here as they move down the home straight past the 3 furlong marker now. Up in front, Christmas Day, Gallant between horses. The pacemaker's weakened. There's Pierre Bonnard looking dangerous over on the far side. Look at Maltese Cross. He's cantering into contention, and behind them Superior Choice is trying hard as well. Maltese Cross just in front. Pierre Bonnard, though, is making it a great battle. He's got about half a length to find as they race now towards the final furlong. Maltese Cross by about a neck. Pierre Bonnard is battling away like a good one over on the far side. Christmas Day held back in third with Superior Choice, and Maltese Cross trying to put the race to bed here, and the Voltigeur begins to stay on Durley, and Maltese Cross under a penalty. Tom Marquand, William Haggas wins the Voltigeur in the colours of George Ward. Pierre Bonnard in second. Christmas Day probably ran well again in third. Then Superior Choice, Gallant and Antigua.
Very good horse, Maltese Cross, defies his Group 1 penalty and wins the Sky Bet Great Voltigeur for owner George Ward, trainer William Haggas, how he loves this place, and rider Tom Marquand, who was at pains to sit and conserve and not commit until he absolutely had to. When he did commit, he was then pestered briefly by Pierre Bonnard, but he had more resolution, and he gave the runner-up 5 full pounds. His Derby conqueror Christmas Day, not today for him. He's back in third ahead of Superior Choice, but a good-looking running of the Great Voltigeur has gone to a good-looking horse who may well be bound not for Doncaster, but for Longchamp.
Bonjour Longchamp. He will be off to the Prix de l'Arc, you'd have to say, given how he travelled, how supremely confident Tom Marquand was, even though he was tracking Christmas Day, who evidently was the wrong one of the Ballydoyle duo to be tracking when Pierre Bonnard got that lovely seam up the inside. This guy, when he came off the bridle, really dug in, and you always felt like he was holding on. Soft ground won't be an issue for him. He's ground versatile. He's got class. You picked him out as a physical beforehand, Martin. He seems to have the complete package.
And he's improving rapidly, isn't he? This is, I think, by some way, another personal best for him. And the way that he's gone through the race is the most impressive aspect. He always had them covered, and then he's fully delivered on that as well in the final couple of furlongs. So he's improving rapidly. I think the track, galloping nature of this track and the flat track has suited him really well, probably better than Epsom did in the Derby, in truth. And the ground being not quite as testing as what it was at Epsom has suited him as well. And we're starting to see the real deal here, aren't we?
We are, as anticipated, after a bit of rousting from the stalls. Antigua cut the race open. Now note Superior Choice, the fourth. He just appeared to try and jump the path there.
Yeah, he won't be going over hurdles anyway, the way he jumped it. He's actually ran on for a horse that was pretty much off the bridle all the way for 4th place position. Christmas Day, he's flattened out under the penalty to take third, but Pierre Bonnard really showed up today, and he dug in and he tried. It looked like he had every opportunity to capitulate under pressure, but he kept the winner honest for most of the run. They were doing 12-second furlongs, it was a very even pace. Ryan was in pole position to kick when he wanted to, but when Antigua, as they turn in, dissipates, there was 3 of them up sides. Gallant gave way under pressure pretty early. Then the red light starts flashing for Christmas Day, but pole position, travelling beautifully in Tom Marquand's hands here. This is what you want from a stayer, Martin. You need to be able to travel like this to hold your position, to make sure something like the Grand Prix de Paris doesn't happen again. And 2, to pick up off the bridle. It's not very many horses can do both.
No, it is a really, really top performance from Maltese Cross today. And remember as well, the 2nd and 3rd are the same 2nd and 3rd that were there behind Benvenuto Cellini in the Irish Derby. If anything, he's beaten them at least as easily, maybe a little bit easier than what Benvenuto did the Curragh, and he's given Pierre Bonnard £5 as well.
And when you consider that Benvenuto Cellini is about a 3-1 favourite currently for the Breeders' Cup Turf, we ought to start holding this horse in significant esteem. But I just love the way he sidled up to very smart horses who are being pushed along.
That's the thing, isn't it? He's clearly the best horse in this race at this time, and the way that he's gone through it, Tom Marquand has just been able to ride him with ease and confidence right the way through. But then, when it starts to get a little bit dirtier from this point onwards, he digs in, responds, and fully goes through with that effort.
Now, William Haggas loves the St Leger. He's a 9-4 shot with Unibet from 4-1. He's a 14-1 shot with Corals for the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. But my feeling is that they're going to want to go to France. The question, I suppose, is, do they try and take in the Leger en route, or is that just too much for a horse who might yet be better next year?
Yeah, I mean, we'll hear from William in due course. My immediate thoughts would be that I don't think they'll do Doncaster. That would be my opinion at this moment, but William will be the man to answer those questions and tell us more.
Yeah.
Certainly wouldn't be in a hurry before I've heard the interview to be taking 9-4 for Doncaster anyway.
The Coolmore team all congratulating William Haggas. They know a good horse when they've seen one. Pierre Bonnard, would you be absolutely convinced that he wants 14 furlongs?
Didn't stop at the line either, though, did he? No, I think he's probably more likely to go there than your winner. I'd say at this stage it wouldn't be a bad idea to give Maltese Cross that time before he goes into the October race, and that might be what connections are thinking. He's definitely a horse for next year, and I'd say that'll be in the back of their heads as well. But I just love his attitude. He's got the class to travel and the stamina to stay. That's the race we hoped to see at Epsom. And there was a feeling after the line when he chased home Christmas Day that we didn't probably see the best horse. And I think we see the best horse today.
Yeah, handsome horse, very likeable horse. Horse that William Haggas has rapidly become very fond of. Great story for his owner, George Ward, as well. For William Haggas' son, Sam, who sourced this horse and has been involved with his career right from its inception. And they're going to have some fun.
Well done to Philip Stauffenberg as well.
He's a really, really seriously top prospect, isn't he? And there hasn't been a day where he's let them down yet in his career. And Jane mentioned he's ground versatile. Physically, he seems to be improving to me all of the time. He's going to strengthen up more. Yeah, he's a really serious prospect.
And nice for the owner as well. Very charismatic guy. First big horse that he's had, and he enjoys him.
Head down, determined, wonderful attitude, a really complete racehorse. And this trainer, just his record with horses by this stallion is just unreal. Baid, obviously the best of them, his international winner. But Sea of Class, who should have won an Arc and was about the unluckiest Arc loser you'll ever see. Yeah. This horse who's won him a Grand Prix de Paris and has done this today and could take him to bigger and better things still.
Storm
and a whole load more besides.
Race,
yeah, he did. He did, and he was third in the Derby himself. So his record with horses by this stallion is just phenomenal.
And of course, out of a Camelot mare, so Derby winner over Derby winner. It might not be commercially as fashionable as what people want, but it almost makes sense.
Maltese Cross has won the Sky Bet Great Voltigeur.
Maltese Cross has just won the Great Voltigeur Group 2, carrying a Group 1 penalty for his success in France. He's only been beaten in the Derby this season. He's just turned that around with the Derby winner Christmas Day. William Haggas is his proud trainer standing next to me. The question going into this, I suppose, was Arc or St Leger. Has that made your mind up?
Not really. I don't think we have to make a decision today. But I think he will run with credit in both. I think he's a stayer. I think he went too early today. Tom admitted that, or came in and said, I went far too soon. But he keeps going, and I think he'll stay the trip at Doncaster. But whether we should have a shot at the Arc, I don't know.
You'd like to have a shot at the Arc?
Lots of people will be giving me advice in the next few weeks, and even more people will be giving George Ward a bit of advice. So let's let the dust settle, enjoy the moment, and be proud that the horse appears to be going the right way.
Oh, and some. Just the way that he travelled through that race was incredibly impressive. Has he been showing you at home that he has matured?
He's not a very difficult horse to get fit. And I think the balance is not doing too much with him, but doing enough so he's not silly. And, you know, it's the saying I have is, this horse needs nourishment, not punishment. And I think that's the case with him, which is very handy. He's, touch wood, been a very sound horse. And, you know, I was pleased with him today. I was impressed with him today. And I thought if he could win with his penalty today, he'd be one of the best staying 3-year-olds around.
He's got to be after that performance. I understand the point that Tom has made about the ride, but I suppose he had to cover the move from Pierre Bonnard.
Absolutely, you know. But if he'd known that he was going to pick up like that, he said once I pulled him out to go because I saw Ryan go. He said he came on the bridle, and then I'm thinking, oh, I'm here way too early. So it's a brave man that can wait, and I don't think he waited particularly by design in Paris. I think that was circumstance, but he picked up well, and he could have waited, but he's won the race. So we're learning about him all the time.
I'm not going to ask you to answer the question about Arc or St Leger again. I'm assuming it's one or the other, and it wouldn't be both.
It's definitely one or the other.
Yeah. And do you also see him as a 4-year-old ultimately, don't you?
Very much hope we'll keep him going next year, and who knows what might happen. But there are lots of options.
How good do you feel he is in terms of the middle distance horses that you've had in your yard?
I don't know. He's getting better, you see. This is the thing with him. And so he's difficult to read at the moment. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why the Arc would be attractive, because he's clearly improving and he stays well. But, you know, if you miss the Leger and then it's heavy in the Arc, like when Sir Marksville won, then you kick yourself a bit. But, you know, we'll see. We've got one decision to make, but we don't have to make it today.
And it's another See the Stars that you're doing brilliantly with.
Hasn't he been marvellous, See the Stars? He's been fabulous to us. And, yeah, he was the most wonderful racehorse. I think unfortunate to come so close to Frankel, because we'd have hailed him as an outright star without Frankel having just done it before him. But he's a fine horse. Obviously, he's a half-brother to Galileo, so the genes are strong, back to Urban Sea. And we've had a lot of See the Stars. And if you get a good one, and we had Sea of Class and Baid, then you're really in funds, and this horse looks a sober one.
To be fair, you know what to do with a good one as well, William. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much, Lydia. Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.